as I.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. WASD, and so mouse pans camera. Okay, follow the glimmer. It's over here now.
Oh, actually, do you mind if we make a recording?
Feel free to record. I think I might have to give you
so
permissions.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, yeah.
That's good because it's hard for me to exit the screen right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, going closer to the sound. I like your music and the mood and the ambiance. Yes, I know. I'm following the glimmer. It's just, oh. Haha, clever onboarding. All right, I'll look at the family tree. Can I guess I can't really interact with it, but so we don't know the grandparents. Gotcha. There's some stock photos of like attractive white actors. I wonder which character I am in the family tree. I don't know. Okay, and I also wonder its significance. Like, I feel like I can't necessarily remember this, but I do remember that I do not know the grandparents. Okay, so it seems like the audio is only coming from my right side. So maybe I should go into this room to my right. I like the vase. Guess I can't really interact with it right now. Wow. Okay, this is a lot of text all at once.
Yeah.
Okay, but let me read it. Oh, okay, so the family tree was wrong because I remember Jacob and okay, but Alfred was married to Persephone. So there's some like affair going on. Okay. So let me try to figure out where to go. I will say the mouse panning is not the most intuitive control. I feel like I should like connect my Xbox controller or something, but I understand not everyone has it. I think I might have just gone in a circle in the room. I'm trying to figure out how to exit the room, but the game is kind of dark and it's hard for me to find the door. Is this the door? Okay, it's behind me. Yeah.
I think also maybe if we take out some of the chairs.
A little bit to your right.
Oh, I see. There. Okay. Yeah, it's hard to visually differentiate because of the dark mood.
Yeah.
All right. Gonna follow the light. Seems like it wants me to go up this hall from the audio panning. Yeah, I feel like I see
why are you so clever?
I feel like the audio cue is it happens to me much more immediately than me seeing the like visual light. But also it's difficult in rooms where I like pan around or I pan around the camera because then I'm like, where is it? Okay, seems like it wants me to go into this room now. Ooh, there's like a fancy chest. Movement. Yeah, in general, first-person movement games are like very hard for me and I never played them. So this could also just be me.
No, you are already doing a really great job.
The audio cut off. Do not know how to interact with the book here. Okay, I will wait and I will message Christina real quick who messaged me. Oh no. I like the voice acting, but this needs to be a lot louder. It's like much quieter than the background music.
Hi, are you guys doing something right now?
Hello, I am playtesting their game, but I can also take your question.
Yeah, so, wait, I don't want to distract you from this.
Hi, I am here again. Oh, Jenny's here. Okay, so I'm in the right place. We're good.
We are all here.
Cool, 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 cool.
It's okay, I paused the game. What's up?
Okay, sorry. So basically, for reminder, our game is the robot one where it's like learning emotions. It's twine based, and I think you gave us feedback like in one of the iterations. The current state of it is it's still a twine game, largely text based, but we added a lot of like descriptive writing in like a poetic kind of tone, like the kind of tone that, yeah. And right now, because we got feedback on our refined core to flesh out the writing and think about making it more like visually appealing, since it is just like in twine, it's Harlow, so it's like we don't have any actual images. We added sounds to all of the levels to correspond with each emotion, and we also have that audio recording. But our question now is, because we got feedback on like, oh, you should think about like more visual aesthetics, or like they suggested to use Sugar Cube, or I think it was Vincent suggested that we switch over to Sugar Cube and learn that documentation. But we honestly just don't have time to like redo our entire game. So we tried to compromise and instead created like visual images for what each room would look like sketches, if we were to have like implemented out. And so our question is that like, would that be sufficient for our final write-up, is like including a section for each room, like this is how we would envision it to be like drawn or designed?
Yeah, I think so. I feel like Twine is mainly a text-focused game anyway, so as long as your like narrative and your writing is really strong there, I like would probably personally disagree with Vincent. Like, I don't see why additional visuals are necessary. Maybe he said that because he felt like the mood was lacking somehow in the writing, but as long as you establish that sort of aesthetic, you'll be fine.
Okay, yeah, we went back and fixed all the writing, and I think it is like much better now, so hopefully that's enough. Okay, thank you so much.
Cool. Yeah, anytime. Okay, so group 5, I have a comment, which is, throughout this whole time, even though I've paused the game, the audio has been playing. I also think it might be on a loop. So this is like one confusing thing to me, because I was just standing by the, okay, sorry, the background music has started again. Hang on, can I lower the volume really? Okay, nice, I've lowered the master volume. Right, so I think that was a little confusing to me, the fact that the audio was on a loop, because I was just standing there waiting for the dialogue to finish, and I was like confused when it didn't finish. I think also it would be helpful to have subtitles if that isn't too much work, because it's a little hard to understand. But yeah, so I got the fact that there are two women talking to each other, and one of them was their best friend, and they're like sort of gossiping about like Jacob and stuff like that.
Yeah, awesome.
Cool. Okay, I will continue with
Thank you.
the game.
I think that's actually all we've got, right?
Oh, okay, great.
Is that the end?
Yeah, that's the last clue. So, yeah, I think it's you have to figure out who's the murderer.
Well, you don't have enough information to figure that one out yet.
Yeah, I also feel like I didn't. So
Oh yeah, so you
really
didn't catch the recording.
I mean, I didn't necessarily know that I was supposed to figure out who a murderer was. So that was sort of unclear to me. I like the atmosphere that you've created in the game, though. I think the background music and the visuals all do a really good job of trying to like create the space and like move through it and stuff. So yeah, I think the things that are unclear to me right now is like who my character is and like what my relationship to this family is. Like, am I part of the family tree? Am I sort of an outsider who's just like gone into the mansion and stuff like that? I think one other thing is in the very beginning where it says like WASD and mouse to like move around, that seemed a little weird coming from my character, and it sort of like brought me out of the immersion of the narrative because it's like, right, like fourth wall, like this is actually how you do the controls. So maybe considering introducing the controls in some other way, like it could literally just be like a very simple thing of like, I mean, yeah, like even just in the beginning, like telling people like as a sign or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. Any other questions that you have for me?
Thank you so much. Actually, you touched on a really good point. We were deciding between if we should tell you more information about who you are and why you were there in the beginning, or letting you explore, hey, there's a murder happening. Like, why am I here? So do you like prefer the second versus what we are right now?
I think there needs to be some sort of objective for the player in the very beginning. Like, you don't have to tell me everything, right? But like right now, so basically my only understanding of the objective that I was told by the game was to follow around the like little noise and the like glitter graphic. So that was cool. But then I think you were trying to introduce parts of the story and parts of the plot, and I wasn't necessarily sure how it fit together by following the glitter graphic. So yeah, I think maybe just like being a little bit more explicit about it up front would help the player also, so then they can like, you know, be more in the shoes of the character and stuff. Like I feel like even in all like a lot of mysterious games where like the plot is like gradually revealed piece by piece, there's at least like some little like push in the very beginning.
Gotcha. Oh, awesome. And then the other question is like, initially you passed along a newspaper, but you didn't stop and look at the newspaper. That was actually our first piece of clue, which told you there was a murder. I want to know how you felt about that newspaper.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing a newspaper, so I must have just entirely missed it. So maybe it would be good to have some sort of like gating mechanic or something to like make sure that you interact with the newspaper as well.
Gotcha. Yeah, okay.
So maybe some explicit like hint, like maybe take a look.
I mean, I feel like I was just following the glitter thing, and I don't know if the glitter thing ever stopped at the newspaper. Like, I just feel like if the glitter thing stopped at the newspaper and it didn't advance until the person interacted, yeah, I think that would be a really easy way to introduce that and make sure players don't get lost.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, so I guess I have a question for you. So, like, the background that we had thought up for the character was that you're sort of like a neighbor / random person out on a walk, and then you hear music coming from this house, and it kind of pulls you in, and you're like, I thought this place was abandoned. Why is there music? And then you kind of get like sucked into this house, and then you end up at the beginning looking around trying to figure out what happened and like why you feel this strange pull to go in.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like you need like, is that good? Do we need?
Yeah,
like,
I think that's exactly what you said is like a perfect intro. And I would think of like how you can incorporate that, right? Like I can imagine like a very small sort of like cutscene of you walking the house, or maybe just like literally draw some like static images and have a little bit of text with like a very brief backstory and stuff. But yeah, I think setting that scene as opposed to just dropping a player in the house, that would make a lot more sense to me in terms of like framing the narrative and my role in it. Because I remember when I was looking at the family tree, like my first thought was like, oh, all the like avatars on this tree, like none of them look like me. And I don't know if that's intentional or not. So.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. So like it'd be accessible just to do like, you know, like simple hand sketch kind of things to do that cutscene rather than trying to animate that or anything.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Cool. Like easiest strategy right now.
Awesome. You guys have more questions?
I think that's already a lot.